Otherwise, we just have to seize the phone.
Or we'll arrest you.
You'll arrest me?
If necessary, yeah.
For doing what?
Well, if, under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, if we can't view the footage, we believe you're filming the back of the police station, then we'll seize the phone and we'll have to investigate whether you're...
Okay, so under duress, under the
it's not
threat...
Under duress,
no, of course it's under
you're
duress.
Being detained for a search, aren't you?
Yeah, so under the threat of my property
that
being
is part
seized...
of the search.
Obviously, I'm feeling a bit scared right now,
You
so I'm going to show you the
You
footage.
put yourself in this situation.
Okay.
At first, it looked like nothing more than a calm, ordinary filming encounter outside a public building, the kind of moment that should have passed without incident. But the second authorities stepped in, suspicion took over, the language hardened, and a routine exchange spiraled into terrorism powers, threats of arrest, and a man saying he was complying under duress. So how does something that starts this normal end up feeling this wrong? This is not recreation or stock footage. This is real life captured by koleeberks. Every second shown is authentic. The full, uncut source footage is available in the description because truth matters more than presentation.
Then, this is Bethnal Green. We're doing it once more, simply because it's in a convenient location. It's convenient for me. So, yeah, so I can't be asked to just trek around. I can't be asked to trek around to try to find these police stations and that, so this one was on the same tube line, so I figured fuck it. So yeah, I still don't know where the car's coming in and out of in this place. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and figure that one out. So
He says it casually, almost like this was just the easiest stop on the route. And that matters, because the whole encounter begins with something ordinary. A man with a camera choosing a convenient place to stand.
Fire station vehicles come in and out of, the police vehicles come in and out of down here. I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense, but yeah, we've made a bit of progress, I suppose. Located the space in which the police vehicles come and go. So we're gonna set up shop. Yeah, that's where it is. There it is. Okay. I remember I had someone commenting telling me, kind of describing where to go. But so yeah, man, this is for you. Look, I made it.
You can hear the intention to settle in here. He's not hiding, not rushing, not sneaking around. He's visible, waiting, and that alone is enough to make the rest of this story possible.
Out and do some stuff now. You can bet your money that they're gonna come out and do something now. I don't think this guy likes me very much.
Well, I've never said I don't like you, mate.
I don't know, it just seems like that. Just seems like you're about to do something.
You've done it on purpose, haven't you? You've come to the back of a police station,
right?
And you know you're going to get stopped by the police officers.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk to me. You don't have to stop me.
Thank you. If there is anyone else to just assist, just give me a hand.
So yeah, as I was saying, you can bet your bottom dollar that they're gonna come out with some smoke now. As I was saying, I don't think this sergeant.
That first approach tells you nearly everything. Before any law is mentioned, before any real explanation is tested, the suspicion is already there. The camera has already changed how he is being seen.
We are well aware of what this is, so it shouldn't really be a problem. Sergeant knows what it is. You've got some pretty cool trainers on, I can't lie.
Thank you, sir. So why are you filming at the back?
You know why I'm filming,
no, I don't
man.
know.
Yeah, you already summed it up. Something about causing trouble and this and that. So there you go. Yeah, well, you already summed it up.
I'm asking you
man.
why you're filming.
You know why I'm filming, man.
No, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, why are you filming?
You know too well why I'm filming.
No, not a clue.
Yes, you do. You said you've done this before, this and that. So
it's a bit weird. I must admit, you seem to want police interaction.
Okay, so you're gonna search you now, yeah?
No, not necessarily, because I know who you are.
Okay, well there you go. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, can you move on, please?
I can't move on, I'm afraid. No, I'm on a it's just not a pavement.
This is the familiar reversal. The officer isn't really arguing about what he's doing. He's arguing about what kind of person he must be for doing it. And once motive gets invented, almost anything can be justified.
This is a pavement. You're trying to film the back of a police station, aren't you?
Well, at the moment, I'm not filming that.
To the security of the police station.
Not really. It's just a back gate.
Right. You want to go stand over there, maybe?
Not really, no.
You're watching filming bits where people are putting their pin code in.
Okay, I won't film that. I won't film that.
No, you say you don't do that, but
I don't care about anyone's pin code. You know what this is?
No, I don't know what this is.
I'm not here to film pin codes, mate.
Well, I don't know why.
Yes, you know.
Why do you choose to film?
Too well what this is.
Why do you do it? What's the circumstances of why you do it? That's not a silly question, is it? Because it's a weird thing to do.
I appreciate it's a weird thing to do, but.
So you tell me why you do it.
I don't have to tell you.
No.
Don't have an explanation.
At the moment, I think you're standing right next to the pin code and filming police officers putting their pin codes in.
Nah, I don't think you do.
Huh?
I don't think so. No.
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 Now the stop gets its shape. A pin code becomes the bridge from public filming to implied threat. And once that bridge is built, the conversation stops being about facts and starts being about fear.
I believe you, sir. You're standing right at the entrance, and you do it all the time. You come around to the back of police stations and film. Did it?
I still haven't caught any pin codes.
How do we know?
Well, now I still don't know any pin codes.
Really? How do I know that?
Really, because there's intelligence about me. You should know what this is.
Is it? What's your name?
It's not my job to tell you these things.
All right.
I'm not committing any offences, so.
Okay. All right. Well, at the moment, you're detained on the purpose of search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, okay, for a search.
Okay.
I believe pin codes to the entrance.
Section 43, yeah?
Yep, Section 43.
You gonna cuff me?
Not at the moment. You
right.
Put that down for me, please, sir.
Can I not keep it in my hand?
No, just put it down because you've been detained for a search.
1 second, mate.
All right. Sergeant Barton.
This is where the weight drops. Terror legislation enters the frame, and the whole encounter changes in an instant. Same pavement, same camera, same man, but suddenly the language is much heavier.
Please.
So if I don't show you the footage, what are you going to do? You're going to seize the phone,
You're still detained, yeah.
Okay.
In Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
So if I show you the footage, it's going to be consensual, isn't it?
Well, under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, so read it out to you. I'll get it up for you if you want.
No, I'm well aware of the legislation.
You
mate.
are well aware of
So
it.
if I show you the phone, that's consensual. Because otherwise we just have to seize the phone.
Or we'll arrest you.
You'll arrest me?
If necessary, yeah.
For doing what?
Well, under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, if we can't view the footage, we believe you're filming the back of the police station, then we'll seize the phone and we'll have to investigate whether you're...
Okay, so under duress, under the
It's not
threat...
under duress,
No, of course it's under
you're being
duress.
detained for a search, aren't you?
Yeah, so under the threat of my property
That
being
is part
seized,
of the search.
obviously I'm feeling a bit...
Listen carefully to the wording. They call it cooperation, but the alternative is seizure and arrest. That isn't a free choice. That's pressure, dressed up in procedural language.
So hypothetically, if I did get a pin code...
Next video, please.
If I was to get a pin code, what would happen? Like, what could I do with that? Is this like a nightclub or something? Like, why would I want to get in here? Sergeant?
I'll just listen to this.
Alright, mate. Go, hold it if you want, hold it if you want. And then from that moment on, you've basically been able to see where I've been filming. So again, people, I'm not, I don't want to give the phone over, but they're going to seize it.
Here, while he's filming me, there's a police officer going to the pin pad where you're filming.
Sure.
And he's about to put his pin code in there.
Okay.
Whilst you're filming.
Alright, can I make out that pin code from there?
It's a simple question, and that's why it bites. If the code is exposed from a public street, is the danger really the filming or the fact that the security was never secure to begin with?
No, mate, this is a slippy slope.
Trying to catch people out.
Nah, I'm not trying to. Nah, okay, so why are you talking about seizing the phone? Can I have the phone back, please?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
You're still detained for this search.
Alright, okay.
I know you think it's funny. I know you're
Nah, because this is pathetic from you, mate. Nah. Okay, so.
It's pathetic from me.
Okay, pathetic from me or pathetic from you?
If people view this footage, what do they think? That we're acting professionally or that you're trying to wind people up?
Alright, can I have the phone back, please?
Not at the moment, sir. You're still detained for the purpose of such. Please don't snatch, alright? Okay?
Can you lock the phone?
Right,
You see what you need to see?
No, we've got one video. I can see there's other videos on there of police vehicles.
No, I think you've seen enough, mate.
No, so I'm still examining the phone. So we're going to the videos, all the other images. Can you open up the other videos, please?
This is where professionalism starts to slip. Once words like that enter the exchange, you can feel the official explanation weakening. The law is still being cited, but the emotion is starting to speak louder.
Videoing the MI5 building in Vauxhall and security cameras. I personally think you do this because you have some issue with the police, you want to sue us or things like that, but any police officer worth their salt is always going to challenge and detain and search someone who they believe might be doing something for wrong reasons, okay? And I think you know that all along, so everything you do is to try and catch me out, but all I'm here is trying to do my job. All right. So you've been detained for about half an hour, so apologies for your time, but I feel like you've put yourself in this situation and this is what you wanted to get out of it. Okay, so nothing's been taken off of you, nothing's been deleted. You need to be very, very careful about recording police officers' PIN codes and the ways that we go into police stations, etc.
And here comes the bigger justification. Not just this gate, not just this moment, but a whole narrative about challenge, suspicion, and what police tell themselves they must intervene in. It's the logic of escalation laid out plainly.
So I'll explain again. You were stopped because you were videoing purposefully the back of the police station, which is a security threat.
From a pavement?
From the pavement next
Public
to it.
pavement, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
However, there is obviously a terrorist threat that exists in this world at the moment. Police officers are at risk. Police stations are at risk.
Don't think they are.
Well,
is there any data that supports
yes,
that?
there are.
Nah,
Police officers get attacked often when they come out of police stations.
I don't think they do.
A colleague of mine.
What, by terrorists?
But people with knives, what have you. A colleague of mine, just the other month, as he was coming out, there was a male with a knife who tried to attack him. All right, it doesn't always get in the papers, but there are threats and risks. So, for those reasons, you were detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act because I suspected that you may be videoing.
This is the officer's most serious point, and it shouldn't be brushed aside. Real threats do exist, but that's exactly why extraordinary powers have to be used with discipline, not with assumptions.
On you lot's behalf, it was a policing failure today.
So what would you have done differently?
I would have just put my ego to one side, man.
What ego have I
just,
got?
yeah.
How have I stopped you with an ego? I've just stopped you because I'm doing the job.
Alright.
But if you was a police officer, you'd think the exact same thing. All these guys would have done the exact same thing.
I don't think they would.
Well, maybe they're not confident to do it, I don't know. But everyone would.
Okay.
Alright. Any questions?
No questions.
Have a good day.
You too. Yeah.
Release doesn't undo the stop. Nothing dangerous was found, but the power was still used, the pressure was still applied, and the suspicion still came first. That's why calling it a policing failure doesn't feel exaggerated. It feels earned.